History facts and major events of South America continent. The history of South America dates back to around 14,000 BC when the first humans arrived on the continent from Asia. The indigenous peoples of South America developed many different cultures and civilizations, including the Inca, Maya, and Aztec civilizations. In the late 15th century, the Spanish and Portuguese began to colonize the continent. The Spanish established the Viceroyalty of Peru in 1542, which included most of South America, except for Brazil, which was claimed by Portugal. The Portuguese established their own colony in Brazil in 1500. During the colonial period, the indigenous peoples were forced to work as slaves on the European plantations and in the mines. The arrival of the Europeans also brought new diseases to the continent, which decimated the native populations. In the early 19th century, the South American countries began to fight for independence from Spain and Portugal. The wars for independence were led by famous figures such as Simon Bolivar and José de San Martin. By the mid-1820s, all of the South American countries had gained their independence. After gaining independence, South America saw a period of political instability and economic struggles. However, in the 20th century, many South American countries experienced periods of growth and prosperity, particularly during the mid-20th century. In the latter half of the 20th century, many South American countries also experienced political turmoil, including military dictatorships and civil wars. However, in recent years, many South American countries have stabilized and are experiencing economic growth and political stability. Today, South America is home to a diverse array of cultures and peoples, and is known for its natural beauty, including the Amazon rainforest, the Andes Mountains, and the Galapagos Islands. Major events in South America continent. There have been many major events in the history of South America that have had significant impacts on the continent and the world. Some of the most important events include: arrival of humans, around 14,000 BC. The first humans arrived in South America from Asia, marking the beginning of the continent's human history. Inca Empire. The Inca Empire was the largest and most powerful civilization in pre-Columbian South America. It existed from the early 13th century until the Spanish conquest in the 16th century. Spanish and Portuguese colonization. In the late 15th century, the Spanish and Portuguese began to colonize South America. This led to the exploitation of indigenous peoples and the establishment of European colonies throughout the continent. Wars for independence. In the early 19th century, South American countries began to fight for independence from Spain and Portugal. The wars for independence were led by famous figures such as Simon Bolivar and José de San Martin. Latin American boom. In the mid-20th century, a literary movement known as the Latin American boom emerged, with writers such as Gabriel Garcia Marquez and Mario Vargas Llosa gaining international acclaim. Military dictatorships. In the latter half of the 20th century, many South American countries were ruled by military dictatorships, which were marked by human rights abuses and political repression. Brazilian economic growth. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, Brazil experienced a period of economic growth and political stability, becoming one of the world's largest and most important economies. Venezuelan crisis. In recent years, Venezuela has experienced a severe economic and political crisis, leading to mass emigration and international pressure for change. Amazon rainforest fires. In 2019, the Amazon rainforest experienced a series of devastating fires, leading to international concern about the impact of climate change and deforestation on the region. These events and many others have shaped the history and identity of South America, making it a fascinating and complex continent with a rich cultural heritage. Unknown facts about South America continent. There are many interesting and lesser-known facts about South America. Here are a few. South America is the fourth largest continent in terms of land area, covering approximately 17.8 million square kilometers. The Amazon rainforest, which spans across several South American countries, is the largest rainforest in the world and is home to over 10% of the world's known species. The highest peak in the Americas, Aconcagua, is located in Argentina and reaches a height of 6,959 meters. The world's widest waterfall, the Iguazu Falls, is located on the border between Argentina and Brazil. Lake Titicaca, located on the border of Peru and Bolivia, is the highest navigable lake in the world and is considered a sacred site by the indigenous people who live around it. South America is home to the world's largest rodent, the capybara, which can grow up to 4 feet in length. The Galapagos Islands, located off the coast of Ecuador, are known for their unique wildlife, including giant tortoises and marine iguanas, and inspired Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. The Andes mountain range, which runs along the western coast of South America, is the longest mountain range in the world, stretching over 7,000 kilometers. South America is home to some of the world's largest and most diverse freshwater ecosystems, including the Amazon River and the Pantanal wetlands in Brazil. The world's southernmost city, Ushuaia, is located in Argentina and is known as the end of the world due to its location at the southern tip of South America.